Hey everyone, John Napolitano here with you. Hope everybody's doing well. This video, I am going to talk about how to trade options and four of the most common mistakes new option traders make. So I hope you find this video helpful. I am going to continue posting videos as long as I get good feedback and as long as I get plenty of subscriptions. So if you like what I have to say, please subscribe. I have plenty of more education for you. So just a little background about myself. I've been trading options professionally for over 2 decades. I have experienced both institutional trading as well as trading my own capital. And I am here now to share some of my knowledge with you. So four common mistakes that option traders make over and over again that I've seen. Number one, they run out of time. So when you buy a stock, one of the biggest differences between buying a stock and buying an option is a stock you could have for the rest of your life. You could give it to your kids, you could give it to your grandkids. An option has an expiration date. So there's a shelf life to that you have to understand and respect, and it's called theta decay. That's the technical term for it. So if you don't leave enough time for your trade to work, you could actually be correct in the direction that you choose and still lose money. And I've seen that happen over and over again. So time frame and picking out the right expiration date is extremely important. We're going to make more videos on how to select the proper strategy in later videos, but that is something you have to be aware of. Number two, the second thing you have to be aware of is your proper strike price selection. A lot of rookie traders, and I've seen them do this, there's in the money options, there's out of the money options, and there's something called at the money options. That's called moneyness. You have to understand and respect the concept of what moneyness means. Otherwise, you will not do well trading options. So if you pick a strike that's too far away from your current price and it doesn't reach your target, that option will obviously expire worthless because the strike price did not reach your target. That is what I've seen over and over again. The reason why traders pick these out of the money strike prices, which I personally think is ridiculous, is they think it's cheaper. They could buy more contracts for out of the money options because they're cheaper. Anything, when you're buying a coupon for something that you can go in the store and buy cheaper, the coupon isn't worth very much, is it? It's the same concept with options. So you cannot just pick any old option that's just a couple of pennies. That is a very common mistake. The third most common mistake is sizing, which kind of goes with number two, what I just mentioned. Because you pick things that are too close in time, let's say, and because you pick out of the money strike selections, you already have two strikes against you. So what you go ahead and do is you size up thinking that you can make all this money. Again, a lot of new options traders, they hear about the leverage that option gives you. And the amount of money that you could potentially make. And they get very excited and they size up on out of the money options that are going to expire in a couple of days, for instance. And they lose all their money and they sit there scratching their heads wondering, why did I lose all my money? When the answer was right in front of you. You picked an out of the money strike that was way too far away from your current price and you didn't allow enough time for your trade to work. Mistake number three. The final mistake that I see people make is that they just stick to buying calls or buying puts. If you're buying calls and buying puts and you're not putting together intelligent option strategies based on what volatility is telling you, based on what the markets are telling you, based on what's going on, you are destined for failure. So you have to have the proper strategy selection when deciding what to do with an option. It's an extra step. When you're trading stocks, you basically pick a target, you pick an entry, you manage your losses, you manage your stop entry and stuff like that, and you have a setup that's fairly simple. When you're trading options, there's another step. You have to obviously pick your strike and your expiration correctly, like I mentioned. But the next thing you have to do is say to yourself, okay, is this an appropriate situation where I should just be buying long calls? Is this an appropriate situation where I should just be buying long puts? You know what? 90% of the trades that I make are not long calls and long puts. They're usually something called spread trades, which I will get into in other videos if you continue to watch this channel. We talk about vertical spreads, diagonal spreads, credit spreads versus debit spreads. When you go and you work on a house, or if you're a contractor, you're not going to bring one tool to the job. You're going to bring every tool at your disposal. What's great about options is that you have all those tools at your disposal. You can make money in up, down, or even sideways markets, and you don't have to be 100% right all the time. that adds odds into your favor. And that's why I love options trading so much. It gives you the greatest edge and the greatest advantage possible. So I hope this video was helpful for those of you who are new to this. I want you to practice thinking about what your strategy should be and start thinking about the right time frame, the right strategy selection for what you want to accomplish. I'm going to continue posting videos like this so we can move forward together, and I could try to give you some guidance in that direction as well. So I hope you found this video helpful. I wish you all the very best, and I'll talk to you guys soon.